Hi, everybody. Welcome to Jennifer's Open Book, where we don't believe in filters. First of all, did you hear that intro? Did it play?
Man,
I
I
never
ain't
know.
hear nothing, man.
You ain't hear it? It didn't play?
I
Okay,
ain't
forget
hear
that intro
nothing.
today. Well,
Stream
you
y'all,
guys,
y'all
as you
messing
can
up, man.
see, of course, I have yes, and we're not gonna blame StreamYard. We're gonna blame me. I probably, I ain't even gonna put it on StreamYard today. Y'all know, I'm just like technically illiterate sometimes. So
Uh-huh.
sometimes you might get the intro, sometimes you might not. But anyway, you guys can see I have a guest, and I'm going to introduce him in just a second. Before I get to that, if you have not already subscribed to this channel, make sure that you subscribe, like, leave comments, share the video, and go check out some of my other videos and let me know what you think. So, my guest today is Hilarious D.
What's going on, y'all?
Um, I was getting ready to say how like I always do, but he beat me because he own
Yeah,
it.
I got
He
you.
own
I
it.
got you,
I
man.
like I like my guests to be on it.
Got you.
So if you guys wrote in the description, I asked the question: is he a poet? Is he a techie? Is he a comedian? And I said we're gonna find out together. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna find out exactly what this guy does. I think he does it all. But first, just tell us a little bit about yourself. I do want to let you all know that this guest is visually impaired, one of my visually impaired posse. This is one of my homies.
Uh-huh.
So he's gonna tell us a little bit about that, and then we're gonna go into his great personality qualities.
All right, cool. So about myself, right? So well, I'm simple. I like long walks on the beach. Love pets.
I was gonna
No,
say
but
treat it like a dating app. Go
right.
on.
Um, well, born and raised in Baltimore, Maryland. 29. I am blind. Um, I'm into sports, music, you name it, anything that's legal and maybe that's illegal. I'm into it.
We're gonna talk about the legal stuff, and then we'll get to the illegal stuff at the end. So, first, how did you lose your sight, or were you born visually impaired or
I
blind?
was not born vision impaired or blind. I actually had my sight up until about 9 years old. I was a glasses brother, so I did wear glasses. I had the little headband that connect to the back of the glasses like Urkel.
You
Had all
had
that,
you
man.
had the one like the elastic one that go all the way around your head
Yeah,
and
man.
get
And then
made
she
out
had
your neck.
nerve. Yeah, man. Then she had nerve to put the colorful stick figures on the back, man.
Oh shoot, she was trying to make
Yeah,
it cute
man.
though.
Nah, that was not cute, man. You can't walk up to a girl like that, man. You can't be like, "Hi, what's up?" They expect you to be like, "Hi, oh my god."
It's
So, right,
Urkel.
exactly. So, long story short, I'm in class. I'm in the fourth grade, and I'm trying to read the textbook or the story that teacher put in front of us, and I can't. The words are actually bouncing back and forth. They're moving around. They look like little ants or little chocolate chip morsels going across the page. Um, so, and I thought it was just a glasses thing because if you ever wore glasses in your life, you know that you go through these moments where your eyes just don't act right, even with the glasses on. So I'm like, okay, maybe the medicine got too strong or it's just normal. So I put my head down on the desk and I wake up and it's actually gotten worse. I can see like little colorful dots, which I know today has to be floaters. My vision is blurry. I really can't read the boards and things like that. So I asked the teacher, could I move up to copy my work? That didn't work. So I stood up and walked up to the board. That still didn't work. And before you know it, even with glasses on, I actually took them off. And I don't know if I mentioned that in my videos. I took my glasses off and I actually made it worse. So before I know it, I was actually erasing the work off the board trying to read the work. So everybody's yelling at me in the back, like, "Come on, man, can you move? Can you sit down? You know, you might be no glass making all this other crazy stuff." So I'm like, I'm trying to copy my work. I don't know about y'all. I get a beating if I'm going with no homework. So let me get this done. So she had to basically copy the work over on the board, and I believe she might have gave my mother the heads up already
Mm-hmm.
about me possibly losing some vision or having some trouble with my glasses. So definitely got to thank her for that. That she did do that. So we go to the eye doctors the next day, and the doctor, like, long story short, two options: he can go blind or have emergency surgery. So of course we took the surgery, and they was able to save some vision in the right eye and no vision in the left eye at all.
So
And that's
what
it.
caused that though? Like
Oh,
what
I'm
what
sorry,
was the
retinal
cause?
detachment. It was retinal detachment
Okay.
due to cataracts. Yep,
Oh.
yep. At 9 years old,
You
I
know, you
had.
always hear about older people having
That's what I'm
cataracts.
saying. And from that point on, of course, when you do research, you see that you only get when you get up in your later years, you get cataracts. They was like my story's a little bit different. So I had doctors from all over the world come and look at my eyes, and they were just amazed at what they were seeing and how I recovered and things like that. Like it was crazy. I'm not a famous person at all, I promise you, but it's like dot after dot after dot, the country after country after country was like, I'm gonna be giving you an examination today. I'm like, well, where's Doctor So and So? Where they go?
I
So
actually
yeah,
I experienced that, and it makes my
see,
eyes ache thinking about it. I did.
see,
I experienced that. I did.
see, man. They want you to look left, look right with their fingers all in your eyeballs and whatnot.
They fingers, all kind of
Yeah,
different
man.
lights, magnifier glasses to make the lights bigger so that they
Get
can
out of
see. But
here.
it's like, yes,
Miss me
over
with
and
that.
over for different people because it's something that they have never seen before. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe it.
Yeah, like that's
Yeah.
crazy.
And you don't get any money
Nope,
for
nothing.
it.
All you get is a headache and frustration and aggravation.
Oh my goodness. I actually started crying in the middle of an
Oh
examination.
yeah, me too,
And
man.
somebody I just started crying. And the doctor was like, "What's wrong?" I was like, "I really want y'all to just leave me alone."
Yeah, I can't. Okay, we're gonna take a break. No, don't take no break. I'm trying to go
Mm-mm,
home.
I want you to leave me alone. Like
Yeah,
y'all
yeah,
can at least buy me a pizza. So I was hungry. So yeah, I've
yeah.
been through that. So once were able, how were you able to work through that? Did you get like go through counseling, or did you do like most of us and it just was like life goes on, we have to live?
So I, I, if I can, I gotta give credit to Jesus Christ first for not allowing me to go through a state of depression or a why me phase. I did cry, but it's not because I felt sorry for myself. It
Hmm.
was because I couldn't play football no more. That's
Oh.
the only reason why that I cried, because I was no longer able to do that. But later in life, I did play football. It wasn't organized, but just throwing the football around in the football field and playing tackle and all that good stuff.
Hmm.
But I did not go through counseling. I went through life as my mother. Basically like, look, we ain't gonna baby you. We ain't gonna hold your hand. We ain't gonna do none of that. You still a person. I love you regardless. Now we gotta figure it out together. And she from
Hmm.
that point on, she pretty much was there through every surgery, eye surgery and or ankle. No matter what, she's been there through everything. She actually gave me, or she empowered me to be strong. So from 9 to 13, I had my mother to thank for actually helping me develop that thick skin or that backbone, if you will. My father was around, but he was more so the physical beneficiary of that. He keeping me remembered, like you're a boy now. You still got to be strong. But mentally,
Hmm.
it was my mom. And then at 13, I found this place that you may know. It was called the NFB. um,
I know it well. Shout out to the NFB.
um, here in Maryland. And at this time, they developed a transition club where it was for students in high school that was transitioning from high school to college, or maybe transitioning from high school to college. and I confided in them basically everything about being blind because they were blind males and females. They taught us how to deal with that, how to get around using the cane, feel comfortable with using the cane. Um, in school and out of school, they was great people, man. They like I can't thank them enough for changing my mind even more or developing my mind to the point where it's like we can do this, man. It's gonna be
I
hard,
love
but
to
we can
hear.
do this.
I love to hear positive stories. So I want to take this time just really quick because you talked about your parents being supportive and helping you through things. So I like to take this opportunity to remind um, any of my sighted viewers, because I have mixed viewers.
Uh
If
huh.
you do have a child in your family that is blind or has a handicap or anything, it is very important for their growth to have support from their
Yep.
family. I cannot tell you how many blind people I have talked to whose family just disregarded them once they went
Mm-hmm.
blind. They didn't have anything to do with them, or they called themselves being supportive, but what they were doing was enabling them and handicapping them and everything. So I love to hear stories about families who are supportive. I had a supportive family like that, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm always happy to hear that people have that, and for those who don't have it, I'm I try to figure out a way for them to get it if it's not from their family, from somebody else. Families, some places I know in Las Vegas there is a place here that trains families, families of blind and visually impaired people on how to handle their family members' vision loss. They teach them how to walk with them and just a lot of different things, how to help, when not to help, things like that. And I think that's something that everybody needs. My family wasn't offered that. We just pretty much
Mm-hmm.
winged it. We
Yep. Yep.
and I turned out
Yep.
okay. We winged it. I actually had not heard of the NFB until I was an adult, which is
Okay.
amazing. And it may not be because someone didn't mention it to me, but when I was a teenager, I wasn't interested in being around other blind people because I wasn't raised around other blind people. So there's some like I remember somebody mentioning a support group to me. They was like, "You should join a
Mm-hmm.
support group," and I was 17. I was 17. I'm not thinking about a support group. I'm thinking
Yep.
about prom night. You know
Yep.
what I mean? I'm
Yep.
thinking about kicking it this weekend. I'm not trying to go sit up and talk about my feelings with a bunch of strangers and stuff. I
Yep.
was one of those teenagers. So once I finally got with the NFB, and for those of you who don't know what that is, that's the National Federation of the Blind. It actually changed. It changed me a lot. I've been blind all my life, pretty much, but I've never been around a lot of blind people, and the ones that I was around, they were a little bit not my type of people to be around. Let's just leave it at that.
Mm-hmm.
So when I moved to
Mm-hmm.
Las Vegas, I joined the NFB. I went to a couple of meetings first, and then I finally decided to join because I was like, "Oh, these people are real. These people
Yep.
have jobs and children,
Yep.
and they go out and do things. They are getting out of the house. These people are having lunch and dinner
Yep.
and have your people call my people and stuff like that. These people are not just sitting still. They're running marathons and being chefs and all kind of stuff."
Yep.
So, um, I don't. There are not very many things about my life that I regret. Regret. I think that I did come into the NFB in the time of my life that I was supposed to, and ever since I joined it, it has like changed my life. I'm so busy now. I've never been
Mm-hmm.
so busy.
Like even
But
even as a
anyway,
go ahead.
go ahead. No, you go
I
ahead.
was gonna say even as a teen, being involved in the NFB, running the student division as president, man, even they could be busy with doing that. Like anybody who's in the NFB or will get a chance to experience the NFB on the occupation side of things, you will know that there's very little room to sleep once you get in the NFB, especially when you get into a position.
Hmm. I'm gonna say I really wish that I had joined when I was a teenager. I did not know about the student division. And
Mm-hmm.
when I went to college, I was not ready for college. I was mainstream. I went to Cleveland Public Schools. And I don't
Okay.
think that I got the education that I could have got if I would have went to, like, say, a school for the blind.
Same here.
Because I met a few people who went to the school for the blind and they came out boom ready for college, went through there, got their degrees, and
Yeah.
they're good.
Same here.
Um, so I wish I would have known about them when I was younger. And I'm saying this too, if you have a teenager, probably not force them because teenagers are hard, but encourage them because it can be very beneficial to the future. They have
Mm-hmm.
scholarships and all kind of stuff.
They
So,
do.
if you are one of those people who can't pay for college, you might really want to get your student involved in the NFB. But this is not a show about the NFB, but they helped us.
Exactly. Exactly. Hey, look what fell through the filter, man.
Right. So anyway, like I said, I think it's awesome that you had that support from your family, both parents too. And that's how it is with, the father is the one who's like, hey, you gotta toughen up and do this.
Mm-hmm.
The mother usually provides the emotional
Yep.
support.
Very, very important for
Um,
development, man, of a child.
yeah, it's great. It's great. And you thank Jesus, yes, yes,
Oh,
definitely
before I lost my
main
sight, man,
ingredient.
yo, before I lost my sight, let me tell y'all this. Don't sit here and think I'm a saint. I'm not. Yeah, I'm getting there. I promise you. But before I lost my sight, man, I should terrorize schools, man.
You say
I'm talking about lockers, bathrooms, fights, teachers. It ain't matter. I used to terrorize schools, man. I couldn't tell you why I did it. It was just something that I did. My parents probably couldn't even tell you why I did it. But one day it all clicked. It all clicked, man. I should think I lost my sight because I was so bad as a child. And just letting people
no.
know. I know, right? It's a terrible thing to think, but again, when something happens to that at that age, and the only thing that you know is that it did happen to you, you really don't know why it happened. So you start thinking about, well, dang, what was it? Was could I kick Mister So and So in the knee? Was it because I threw that book? Things like that. But now I know, everything happens for a reason and for the greater good.
I was a good girl in school and a terror outside of school. I knew where to act a fool at.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you cleaned that up. I'm gonna
I
say,
knew
nah, I could
I
see
knew
you
where
being
to
a
act
good
a
girl,
fool.
man.
I was a good girl in school. I was a good girl outside of school. I did stuff though. I did.
And
I
right.
did.
Okay, so then growing up in Cleveland, nah. I ain't saying that
I
bad, good things don't come from Cleveland, but the urban
I
side
was
of things.
okay. So I'm gonna say this. I did things. I was the good girl amongst
Bad
the
people.
people who were, yes. I was the one, like, I fit in, but I didn't fit in.
Oh, so you were the initiator,
No, I wasn't
the
the
instigator.
initiator.
Uh huh.
So okay, so I didn't buy the weed, but I had the lighter.
Uh huh. Yep. Yep. Uh huh. Keep on talking. Yep. I believe you.
I'm just saying that was back in the day. You know how we were when we were kids. But I'm just saying
Yeah, and that's okay, man.
I was a good girl. I
That's
just
okay.
like
We all did things like that,
my
man.
parents actually didn't know a lot of things that I did until I was an adult because I wasn't perfect, but
Hmm.
I respected my parents enough not to do anything that's gonna get me locked up or anything, or that's gonna get me in like really big trouble. And I made sure that when I came home the same way I left
Yep.
home. You know
Yep.
what I mean? So
Yep.
you're not gonna see no change in me.
Yep.
Hey, I walked out of here a good girl, I'm coming back a good girl. You don't
Yep.
need to know what happened out there. So yeah, don't be
Yep.
putting my business out there and talk about Cleveland.
Hey man, you said it. You said you with the Cleveland public schools. You put it out there first. I just jumped on it.
And I was born in St. Louis.
See. There you go. St. Louis
It's not
and
getting no
Cleveland.
better. It's not getting no.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, So we want to talk about what it is that you do. So you actually have a couple of YouTube channels. So let's talk about what you are doing on YouTube right now.
So on Hilarious D, that's me, of course, which is where I put most of my content. The other channels, they was just there. They just there just to watch certain things on certain. Um,
Hmm.
but Hilarious D is basically where you see all the tech stuff, the poems, the podcasts, the interviews, and stuff like that. So that's where we're gonna be at, mainly right now until further notice. If I feel like I need a second channel or post things on the second channel, then I'll do that. But right now, we're gonna be on Hilarious D.
So you had one video that I watched, and it was a poem, and it's I think it was a poem to your mom, if I'm
Uh huh.
right. You wrote that.
Yep. 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 Sure did.
So you guys want to go and check out his channel. I'm gonna have him repeat it at the end of this stream, and I'm also gonna post it in the comments. But he has some really nice poetry and hilarious. I keep losing him. Did I lose him? Or did
No,
he?
I'm
Oh, there
still
you go.
here. I'm still
Okay.
here.
Um. Also, he teaches you like you doing tech stuff. I want you to go into more detail. Tell these people what to expect on that channel.
All right. So first of all, number one, when Blind Tech is the name of the one of the programs that we run over there, and Blind Tech was, of course, designed by me, and it was designed because, as you may know, growing up, when you lose your sight, when and where, it's not too many people around who know or have the knowledge to be able to get you through certain things in life. Speaking for myself, when I lost my sight, iPhones and Android phones wasn't developed back then. So, we were still pretty much, or my parents, I should say, was using the keypad phones and the beepers and stuff like that.
Hmm.
And then when I first got my phone, I could barely see the numbers and I can barely see the letters. You had to click 3 times to get to the number, or click 4 times to get to a letter, and that can be very, very difficult for even an adult, let alone a child or a teenager. So I developed that to basically have or give someone an outlet to go to and say, hey, well, Hilarious D uses voiceover to do this. Um, that means I can do it. Or
Hmm.
Hilarious D plays Xbox and he does this. That means I can do it. It's really a program designed to show blind persons that they can do pretty much any and everything they put their mind to it.
So I'm really interested in gaming now. I have a
Uh
friend
huh.
who plays Mortal Kombat on the PlayStation.
Yeah,
So
man.
what do you play on Xbox?
Everything, anything that's available on PlayStation usually is available on Xbox. So Mortal Kombat, Madden, 2K, UFC, Call of Duty, you name it. I try to play it all. If I can make it accessible for myself, then we on it. If I can't, then we throw it away.
I was gonna ask if it's all accessible.
So, for the Madden players or people who want to play Madden, blind or vision impaired, there is some accessibility features on Madden. Like you can turn on the text to speech program, and that helps you navigate through modes and menus. You can change the contrast if you have color blindness to fit, what you have trouble seeing. You can make the contrast brighter or darker. You can make the screen brighter or darker. Mortal Kombat is not accessible at all. It's like 0% accessible. But if you have some lunch that want to teach you the menus, you good. And of course, the fighting part is easy. It's left or right, and that's all you need to know. It's left or right fighting, and listen for when that person jump and then change. You good. It'll give you a headache, but without letting too much out there, I got some content coming for that too to give people a general idea.
Okay. I the games I want to play, I know they're not accessible. I used to play Super Mario Brothers and what is my other game I love? Um Metroid. Is that the name of it? I think
Okay,
it was Metroid.
yeah, Metroid, the girl in the spacesuit.
Yes. I
Yeah.
love Metroid. I was like, oh, I'm never gonna be able to play that again.
So,
And when I was playing it, it was when I was sitting like I couldn't really see why I had to sit like really close to the TV.
uh-huh.
So I was glad that I beat that game before I completely lost my sight because
Yep.
I worked really hard to beat that game. I was having dreams about that game.
So hats off to you. I ain't never beat Metroid. I don't think I ever will. I can't stand that game sometimes.
Listen.
But Super Smash Bros, man, you can play that. That's a fighting game, so you can play that.
Okay. So I'm getting my daughter is getting a PlayStation 4, not 5. She's gonna be 6. She doesn't need a brand new PlayStation.
Got
And
you.
I think that I'm gonna try to get us something that me and her can play together. She's really into right now she's playing Roblox. It's another game that's like Roblox that she wants
Uh huh.
really bad. So yeah, I told her if she learns how to read, then I'll get her games. I'll let her get the games.
There you go.
And I messed around and now she learning how to read and she means it.
There you go.
Minecraft, that's her game. She loves
Oh, Minecraft.
Minecraft.
Yeah, Minecraft is a great
Yes,
game
she
for
loves Minecraft. So I told her when she learned how to read, then I'll get her Minecraft. And her birthday is next month, and this little girl is reading beginner books at school. She won't read them outside of school, but she can read. I'm like, oh, I gotta buy this game.
And yeah, man, PS4 and Xbox got accessibility features on the system itself, so you can turn on the text to speech or the navigation, and you can set up the parental controls and stuff like that if you choose to. Um, and you can navigate the system yourself, man. Now you may have a sighted
I
person help you turn it on, but once it's on, you're good.
I heard PlayStation has the same thing. We're getting our PlayStation from somebody, so I'm getting PlayStation. But I looked at the controllers for Xbox and for PlayStation.
Uh
I
huh.
do not like Xbox controllers. They
It's the
are
same
huge.
thing. Well, yeah,
But
they
they're
made for.
bigger. They're not like much bigger.
Oh yeah, I like that. That's why I'm on Xbox. I love Xbox controllers. They made for people with big hands who want some space. I
Mm-mm.
can't. I can't. The patient.
I sit that thing down on the table and be typing on it like it's a computer. It's got so many buttons on it too. Listen, I have not picked up a controller since the '80s.
But you a
Okay,
Metroid
the
fan, so you know how the Nintendo controllers was.
that's what I'm saying. Like that was the last controller that I saw was a Nintendo controller. I don't understand all of these buttons. Too many buttons. Too many buttons.
As long as you know on both systems, all the buttons do the same thing. You good.
It's too many buttons.
She said I went from like
Atari
eight
had
buttons.
Atari had one stick, one button.
Yep.
Then we went to the Nintendo with the little cross on it and the two
Yep.
buttons on the side and the two in the middle.
You're right.
You know,
You're
like
right.
after that, I don't know what happened because like that was they got ridiculous with all the buttons.
But remember, y'all, she said the 80s is 2021.
It is. I said the '80s. Don't worry about how old I am. Anyway, that's actually it. Why don't you repeat where people? I told you I'm waiting on funny because he's called Hilarious D, so he does some comedy too. So he keep on telling me that he got to gradually work us into
Yeah,
the
yo, it's coming,
comedy.
man. It's coming.
So I'm waiting on the funny. So tell everybody where they can find you on social media.
Um, Everything is hilarious, D man. That's HILARIOUS DEE. TikTok, Twitter. Sorry, not Twitter. TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. I believe Snapchat. Anything is hilarious, D man. I type in hilarious D, that should pop up, man.
And like I said, I'm gonna put his YouTube channel in the comments once we log off of here. Twitter don't get no love. I'm about to give Twitter a little love, you guys. So you can find me on Twitter
Yeah, I'm on there too.
under
That's a different name.
you can find me on Twitter under JS_open book. I think
There you
that's what
go.
it is. Try it out, see if it works. I'm not on Twitter that much, but if you want to follow me on Twitter, I do throw stuff up there every once in a while. I go on there and talk about my favorite authors and tag them in my tweets. And every once in a while, I'll cyber stalk Masego.
Okay.
And Neo. Sometimes I stalk Neo. My favorite boxer is Sean Porter. Showtime Sean
Oh,
Porter's on
oh
Twitter.
no. Oh no, I got to
What?
go. Look, my name is
What?
Hilarious D. I want to thank y'all
What?
for watching the interview.
What? What threw you off? The boxing or Showtime Sean Porter?
Showtime Sean Porter, no disrespect, but you guys still
Oh
good.
no, 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 no. We gonna talk about this when we done with this. That's my big homie. You are not gonna disrespect Showtime Sean Porter and the Porter way. That's not what we gonna do. But anyway, you guys can find me on Twitter, on Instagram, and you found me on YouTube. You guys can also find me on Facebook under Jennifer's Open Book. And you can find me on Facebook under Jennifer Janelle, JINNERFERJINNELLE. You guys leave us some comments, inbox me. Let me know if you want to come on here and chat with me about anything. Got some topics that you want me to cover. You guys got a story to tell. Let me know, you guys. I'll get you on here to come and talk to me. I enjoy great conversation. And we're going to have Hilarious D back because I enjoyed this conversation.
Yeah, yeah, man. And before I go, y'all really should. If y'all new subscribers, go back and watch our earlier videos. Watch our earlier videos. Um, one thing about myself, I am a supporter of women, no matter the race. And like I tell everybody else, keep on doing what you do. Don't stop. Keep on moving, and we'll be good, man.
Thank you. And thank you guys. Next time I'm gonna get the intro together. Y'all saw me messing with it and it didn't work. I don't get it. But you guys know I got one. Like I
Right.
said, there ain't no filters here. We raw. So it ain't gonna be perfect. But thank you guys for joining us. Until next time, I love you. Bye.
Peace.